Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I use Facebook Marketplace to make over $5,000 a month as a teenage reseller. I'm literally able to make money like this every single week off of just Facebook Marketplace. I don't sell on eBay. I don't sell on Depop, Mercari, any of these different platforms. I literally just use one method that is proven to work, and I'm able to make over $5,000 per month. So with that being said, I'm going to go through who I am, exactly how I actually use this method, how you can use it for yourself, and all those things, and really not gatekeep anything in this video. My name is Braden. Over the past 6 months, I've really been able to consistently bring in at least $5,000 every single month as a reseller, alongside having a full-time job and going to school. My schedule is completely packed, and I've still been able to make money reselling off of this method. Now, in this video, I want to share with you the insanely powerful Facebook method that I use to sell multiple products every single day without having to spend literally over an hour a day on reselling. I literally don't spend that much time on it. It's the easiest thing in the world, to be honest. And all you need to do is watch this video and actually understand what I'm trying to tell you. Now, the things in this video I'm going to be covering that are really important is number one, product research. Number two, optimized listing. So your photos, description, all that type of stuff. Listing enhancements, or how you can actually kind of enhance your listing, use these different tricks to sell faster, and then selling skills and how to communicate with these customers to make as much money as possible. Now, the first step is going to be product research. And this is the first aspect of reselling, and by far the most important thing to understand. This is basically going to tell you what products are, trending, what products to avoid, and how you can predict shifts in the market before other resellers, so you know kind of what's trending before them, and you can get the upper hand and have that competitive advantage. So with that being said, the best way to do product research is by simply looking around you, using, common sense, using the economic, the seasonal, climate of things, and also important, world events that might be going on, even trends, TikTok trends, all that type of stuff, to decide which products to sell. So for example, during quarter 4 or the winter time, there's going to be a lot of winter products going around, right? So things that can help people, warm up, like hoodies, sweats, insulated cups, as well as, other, good gifts, which is a big thing because of Christmas, Thanksgiving, St. Nick's, like all type of stuff. A lot of gifts going around, a lot of cold items going around. So that's what I'll be selling. That's what I'm selling, right? If there's like a new iPhone that comes out, or a new product that this brand is launching that kind of brings that brand back into life, people are gonna also want complementary products, or even a replica of the products themselves. Now, whether you sell them as replicas or as real, is your choice. But they're gonna want the product, and they're gonna want complementary things regardless of how it works. So obviously, if there's a new iPhone that comes out, sell the iPhone, the rep, obviously, or sell AirPod Maxes, or sell AirPods, or the newest gen of AirPods, like 4th gen AirPods are doing really, really good right now. If there's a huge brand popping off on TikTok, or they work themselves into a trend that makes them more popular, like things like Young Thug getting out of jail, um, rappers endorsing certain brands, all that type of stuff. You're going to want to sell that product while the brand is on the uprise, while it's trending, because trends don't last forever, and you want to take advantage of them, while you can, right? Like essentials, like that's what one huge thing that used to be selling so well, just like a little bit back, and now it's really not, right? Brands come and go, and you need to be aware of that. So the products that I personally mainly sell are colognes. So different scents for occasions. Obviously, if selling it during the summer versus the winter, I'm gonna have different things, using that seasonal climate to judge what products I need to sell. Electronics, so AirPods, AirPod Maxes, JBL speakers, JBL headphones, iPhones, all that type of stuff. Clothing, so different brands, different items at a certain time, like I said before. So right now, I'll be selling hoodies, crew necks, sweatpants, long sleeves, versus in the summer you can sell Eric Emanuel shorts, you can sell spider shirts, you can sell denim to your Hellstar shirts, whatever. But that's probably not the best thing to do right now, because people don't really want them. Also things that are really, really underrated, household items like speakers, Stanley cups, right? Like I literally have a Rex Stanley cup right here. This is obviously fake, but I have one. They're fake. And like hair dryers, like Dyson hair dryers, do really, really well as well. So these kind of 4 main categories are by far the most commonly sold products, and that's why a lot of the money is really in the niches, right? Because obviously, like, this is really all you can sell: cologne, electronic, clothing, household items. Like, that's really all that there is to offer. But it's what you kind of sell inside of those, what different brands, what different items, what different variations that you sell, and how well you can do product research, so you know what people want. If you know what people want, and you know kind of the niche that people are in and how to cater towards that niche, you're going to make a lot of money. Now, you're probably also wondering, Braden, where do I even get these products? How are you able to, get colognes and hair dryers and all this type of stuff? So I get all of my reselling products from my personal US vendor, and I get them within 5 to 7 days off of BK Supply Store. Now, it's really, really really important to actually you get a US based vendor, get someone who can actually give you good products, especially in the start of your reselling journey, because you're probably going to have smaller orders. You're not going to be getting, huge 1,000, 2,000, $5,000 bulks. And you're going to need fast shipping for your restock. So for example, when I first started reselling, I literally got like 2 or 3 colognes, right? And I got it from a US vendor. So I ordered the 2 colognes. They were here in I think like 3, 4, 5, 6 days. I sold them in a couple more days, and then as soon as I sold them, I re-upped again, and I just kept going, right? With a China order or a China vendor, which is what most people are selling, or offering to you, you're not going to be able to do that. Because if you, start off with a smaller bulk, you're not gonna, you're gonna sell it really fast, and you're gonna have to wait weeks or even a month for a new bulk. You don't want to have to deal with that. And especially as a new reseller, you're probably scared to order a lot of products and would rather be able to make smaller orders so you can kind of scale your way up slowly. That's exactly what I did, what I recommend you to do, and why I use a personal US vendor. Now, like I said, it is really important. And all I really do is I tell my vendor which products I want according to the market, what I'm analyzing, what I'm looking at, and then he just ships them to me in a week, and I'll flip them from there. Now, step two, once you have your products on hand, this is when you really need to list your product, obviously, and then optimize those listings so people actually want them and they look good, right? How you're packaging your product. So, for example, what you're going to need for this to have good listings and actually get high quality photos, all that type of stuff is number one, a light source. So preferably like a ring light. I literally got mine from GameStop a couple years ago for like, I think it was like 25 bucks, and it does like perfectly fine. You're gonna want some sort of solid cloth background, or solid painted background, whatever you can find. Like this behind me right here is basically just like a black cloth I have hanging up in my room for my setup. And that's, you can literally use that, order off Amazon for like $5. And then also like any iPhone camera that above like an iPhone 8, you'll be perfectly fine. And if you have those 3 things, all you have to do, I'll put a video on screen. All you do, put your item behind the solid background, make sure that the lighting angles are good. Make sure that, like, I personally wouldn't have any like LED lights, or even have like right here, like I have like this sunset lamp thing. Like I personally would not recommend doing that for like professional looking listed products. I just think it's not that good. Turn off your light. Or just use a natural light source, like have like your window open or something like that in the background, or as many windows open, so I could open, like, for example, like that window, like there's a window back here, I can open this one, like all that type of stuff. Just get natural lighting. I would not use like a ceiling light personally. And then put your light like at like a 45-degree angle like above the product. So basically, if your product's right here, your light's going to want to be like around here, right? That's what I would do. I'll put a video obviously on screen for you to follow along with as well, and then just take pictures of the packaging, so the tags, all the angles, the actual product itself, and just give your customer as much info as they need in order to actually want the product. So for example, if I was trying to sell like this JPG cologne, right? I would take pictures of like the box, I would take pictures of the side, the back, all the type of stuff, and then I'd open it up, and grab the cologne, and I would take pictures of the top right here. I would take pictures of the side, the bottom, all type of stuff, just to make sure that this person actually knows that this is a cologne. Whether you're selling it real or fake doesn't really matter. People want as much information as they can get, so therefore you're obviously going to want to give them that with the listing photos. Now, once you have good photos, it's really, really important to optimize your listing copy, which is basically just the words you say in your listing. So this is going to be like your title, your description. And what this is going to do is it's going to optimize your listing copy, obviously, to get people to want to, buy it more, to know what it's about. They have a really concise description of it. And also so it pops up at the top of the marketplace and the search term. So if someone searches, let's say JPG, if I have a good, listing copy, it's optimized, this is going to be the first one that pops up, and it's going to be the one that people buy. Now, the title needs to be very clear and short. So name of the product and the size. So I would literally name this like JPG Lamele or Lamale. I don't know how you pronounce it. And then it is 4.2 ounces. So I'd literally just put that. If you're on Marketplace, I would also put like brand new. If you're on eBay, I wouldn't do that because they don't like that. But if it's brand new, just put that. Your description, it needs to explain how you got it. It needs to say the location, like where you guys can meet up or deliver, where you deliver to, and also payment methods and any other criteria you have. So, what I say, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'll be like, yeah, like I got this as like a gift from my grandma, or something like that. Like you could, like, gift is like the easiest cop out you can use, or you can just say it's a rep, right? It depends on what you want to do. You can say it needs to be within this location of my city. I'm not gonna tell you what city I'm in, but it needs to be 20 miles within my city. And I take Apple Pay, Cash, and Cash App, right? And I can say no trades. Have different criteria, but that's really the 3 main things you need to cover. There's also a bunch of miscellaneous categories, like it'll be like the like the size, the brand, the color, like all that stuff. Just fill it out, just match it to the product, fill out as much as you can, give Facebook as much information to push out your product, and then use 5 to 10 tags with different word combos about the product, its size, its brand, its niche, which is basically the people that will be interested in it, the condition, etc. When someone is looking for that specific product, it'll help, right? So for example, like for this JPG, I could make a tag JPG clone. I can make one John Paul. I can make one John Paul Gaultier. I can make one John Paul Emile. I can make one John Paul Eau de Parfum. I can make it winter cologne. I can make it men's cologne. I can make it boyfriend gift. Like I can make so many different tags. So when people search it up, this is going to pop up because it's going to be an optimized listing in all these other areas, and the tags are just going to add on to it. Now, step 3, which is really, really important and a really underrated thing that not a lot of people do, is how to enhance your listings. Because you can have like, good lighting, good pictures, good copy, have good products. And your listings will probably, sell all right. But if you really want to take it to that next level and get as many sales as you can on Marketplace, you need to have a couple of tricks up your sleeve. So after the products are listed, there are still a few more things you can do to actually make your product sell faster and potentially even make more money per sale. Now, the first thing that I use is called split testing. This is basically where you just list the same products twice, but you only change one variable. So the color, you can have different colors of product. You can have, 2 different colors. You can have 2 different sizes, whatever it might be. But the variable I change the most is the price. So I always have one product listed for the price that I want to sell it at, and then another product listed as $1, and then I'll put best offer in the title. Where some people we actually offer more than what I'm asking, which is what I mean by, sometimes you can make more money per sale. So the reason why I do this is because reselling is really all about having the highest quality products at the lowest prices. And sometimes it's really hard for things to sell for as much as you want them to, which is why I let people send me offers on one post, which is usually what gets like the most traction, the most people, interested. Where I can kind of test the water, see what people want it for. And the other post is just for the few lucky people that want to pay what I'm asking, which is usually over. Like I usually ask, for what, over what I want for it, sort of leaves room for negotiation because people just like to feel like they're winning, and they like having arguments and negotiating. So even if they negotiate lower, I'm still getting the price that I want or I feel like is reasonable, right? So for example, you can see right here, have good listing photos, Creative Ventus brand new 4 ounces, and then Creative Ventus brand new 4 ounces best offer, right? And then the second trick that I'm going to show you that not a lot of people actually know about is called a boost post. This is basically an ad for your product on Marketplace. So this is like view, you see right here, there's a view insights button. This is what you click to see like how well your boosts are doing. And you can actually push out your listing to more people. That's basically what this does. It just like pushes it out to more people. More people get to see it, but this will only work if you have a good product and a good listing in the first place, right? This took my listings from getting like 1 to 2 sales a day, couple customers, not that consistent, to over 5 customers every single day. But like I said before, this only works if your listing is already good. If you have shitty pictures, you have shitty copy, and you're just offering a bad product to more people, it's not going to get you more sales. The only reason it's going to work is if you enhance that good product by actually pushing it out to more people and getting, basically more people the opportunity to get that good product rather than just pushing out a bad product and there being no reason to buy, right? Or no reason to, want to buy because the packaging is bad. All you have to do, I will put a little tutorial up screen. All you have to do, click boost post, do a 3-day ad budget for $2. So it's going to cost you $6 total. And your products will literally get thousands of views in days and start selling faster than you've ever seen before. Now, the last thing I want to cover with you guys, and one of the most important things from a business aspect of this, is selling skills and communication, because a lot of resellers, especially beginner resellers, really have no idea how to sell and how to communicate with potential buyers, which loses them a lot of money. Sales in itself is a really important skill to have, and if you do not have it down, you're probably losing out on a lot of customers literally almost every single day. Now, the most important part of sales, especially kind of in this reselling context, is that you are understanding the customer, you understand the questions they ask, and why they even want the product. So this is not just for Messenger and like DMing people, getting the meetup set up, but more so for when you're actually with that person, and especially if they just want to check it out, or if they're not unsure, or they're unsure if they don't, want the product or not. You're going to want to be a good salesman. That's going to get them to actually buy. So what you want to do, you want to ask simple questions like, what do you want this for? How long have you been looking for this? And just building a better connection with your customers and having a higher chance of getting a sale. You also don't want to seem like too like attached to it. You don't want to be like, oh my God, bro, we need to meet up today at this specific time. You need to, buy it at this price, lock it in now. You're not going to get it. You don't want to say shit like, oh my gosh, like, why don't you want this? Like, it's perfect for you. Like, yada, like it's, oh my God, like so many different benefits. Like, you don't want to be that type of person because it just makes you look like you're broke. You're begging for a sale and like you need the money, right? You don't want to look like that. You want to look like you could could really care less whether they buy it or the next person, because you have that abundance and you know that, it's eventually going to sell. So it doesn't really matter anyway. Now, it's also important how you price your products. You want to make sure that people go to you and not other resellers, other competitors in your area, which is why it's better to price your product lower than others and make less profit. Even if it means you're going to sell more products, you're going to make less profit. That's okay. It's better than having a really high priced item, because people are always going to go with the cheaper prices. So that means you're never going to get any sales. So instead of, having a $150 cologne and never making any money, if you have a $120 cologne, people are going to buy it, at the pace of, 5-10 times more, which eventually is going to obviously add up to more than if you were just going to sell one product at a high price and not get as many buyers. Now, with that being said, the goal of reselling is, when you start, especially when you're a beginner, is to just build a customer base and get your products moving as fast as possible, so you can get in the groove of the business, you can learn all your lessons, get all the bullshit out of the way, and just really have a successful career moving forward. Now, lastly, it is really important to have repeat customers in your portfolio as a reseller. A lot of the times you'll have bulk buyers come to you asking to get multiple of your products, or you can get people to buy multiple colognes, multiple electronics, hoodies, whatever it might be, or having them to continue to work with you by just having a few different things. Number one is giving them good deals and delivering the product. So shipping, going out of your way to drive to them, and just, overall having good customer service, collecting phone numbers and texting them when you have new stock. So after you sell to them, you can be like, yo, bro, if you want some more, let me know. I'm not active on Facebook as much. If you want to have my number, I can text you when I got some more stuff in. You can even ask them, what they're looking for to get that product on hand for them. Also, giving them high quality products. You don't want to be selling Alibaba, DHgate, links, or, link products that are bad China vendors. You don't want that. You want genuinely good products that these people like, that are close to the real thing, so that they're wanting to come back to you and are just like, oh my God, these things are so shitty. Now, those two things are going to make sure you get repeat buyers, and it's going to make your reselling journey a whole lot easier. Now, with that being said, that is literally the exact Facebook method I used to make over $5,000 a month as a teenager reseller, and how you can do it too. Now, if you want more information on how you can do this, how you can get started with reselling, what I would personally do is go to this website right here called bksupply.store, get my one-to-one US vendor, as well as my free winter reselling guide, which is only going to add more value to your life, get you to learn more about reselling, get you to sell even faster, so you can hit big numbers this Q4. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. Hope it got motivated you to actually go ahead and start reselling, to do something, seeing someone like me being successful with it, and stay tuned for more content.